Hello and welcome. You are watching Step Up Medicine's video on the small intestine. The small intestine is where digestion meets absorption. Dharana. This is where nutrients, water, and electrolytes actually enter your bloodstream. Dharana. In this episode, we'll cover how carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are absorbed. Wupimano. Look at where key vitamins and electrolytes are taken up. How the transporters work. And we'll wrap up with some high-yield clinical correlations. Let's get started. The small intestine has three parts. The duodenum, where chyme mixes with bile and pancreatic enzymes. The jejunum, where most nutrient absorption takes place. And the ileum, which reabsorbs bile salts and vitamin B12. The inner lining has finger-like projections called villi. Each villus is covered in microvilli, forming the brush border. This massively increases the surface area for absorption. Carbohydrate digestion begins with amylase, which breaks starch into disaccharides. At the brush border, enzymes like maltase, sucrase, and lactase break these into monosaccharides. Glucose and galactose are absorbed using SGLT1, a sodium-dependent transporter. Fructose is absorbed via GLUT5 by facilitated diffusion. All three sugars exit the enterocyte into the bloodstream via GLUT2. Here's a quick clinical tip. Lactose intolerance is due to lactase deficiency. Undigested lactose ferments in the colon, causing gas, bloating, and diarrhea. Protein digestion starts in the stomach with pepsin. It continues in the small intestine with trypsin and chymotrypsin, released from the pancreas. These enzymes break proteins into smaller peptides. At the brush border, enzymes reduce them to amino acids, dipeptides, and tripeptides. Amino acids are absorbed using sodium-dependent transporters. Dipeptides and tripeptides use the peptide-1 transporter, which is hydrogen-coupled. Once inside the enterocyte, they are broken down into amino acids and sent into the bloodstream. Fat digestion is a bit more complex. First, bile salts emulsify fats into tiny droplets called micelles. Then, pancreatic lipase breaks triglycerides into free fatty acids and monoglycerides. These products diffuse across the cell membrane of enterocytes. Inside the cell, they're reassembled into triglycerides. The triglycerides, along with cholesterol and fat-soluble vitamins, are packaged into chylomicrons. Chylomicrons enter lacteals, which are part of the lymphatic system. Eventually, they reach the bloodstream via the thoracic duct. Fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K are absorbed along with fats. Let's go over where different vitamins and minerals are absorbed. Vitamin B12 is absorbed in the ileum, but only when bound to intrinsic factor. Folate is absorbed in the jejunum. Calcium and iron are absorbed in the duodenum. Sodium is absorbed throughout the small intestine, using sodium-dependent cotransport. Water follows sodium by osmosis. Potassium is passively absorbed in the jejunum, but it's secreted in the colon. Electrolyte and water absorption are critical for maintaining fluid balance, especially during diarrhea or dehydration. Let's run through some key clinical points. In celiac disease, the villi are damaged. That reduces surface area and leads to widespread malabsorption. Lactose intolerance causes osmotic diarrhea due to unabsorbed sugars drawing water into the gut. Pernicious anemia is due to vitamin B12 deficiency, caused by loss of intrinsic factor. Fat malabsorption leads to steatorrhea, fatty stools, and deficiencies in vitamins A, D, E, and K. Iron deficiency anemia may result from poor absorption in the duodenum, especially after gastric surgery. Let's recap. The small intestine absorbs carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and electrolytes. Key transporters include SGLT1, GLT1, GLT5, and peptide-1. Fat absorption depends on bile salts and chylomicrons, and different nutrients are absorbed in specific regions of the small intestine. Here is a quick question to test your understanding. Which transporter absorbs glucose and galactose? A. GLUT2. B. SGLT1. C. Peptide-1. D. GLUT5. Comment your answers below. If this helped clarify your basics, like and subscribe for more high-yield videos. Up next is the large intestine. Thanks for watching, and keep stepping up your knowledge.